What's good? Bone Thugs and Harmony and 3-6 Mafia. That's the next verses. December 2nd. That's gonna be lit. I can't wait for that. Who y'all got? 3-6 Mafia or Bone Thugs and Harmony? Yo, they just announced it. Thursday, December 2nd. Bone Thugs and 3-6 Mafia. It's on the Versus IG channel page. It's from Los Angeles. They're having it in LA. Who y'all got? Bone Thugs or 3-6 Mafia? I got Bone in that. I'm more of a Bone Thugs fan, but 3-6 definitely got some heat. Was good. Kristen, what up? Moonflower. Q, what up? Ray Sean was good. This is what we've been waiting for. Bone Thugs and 3-6 Mafia. It's been a year in the making. It's gonna be great. This is the type of Southern matchups they need to have. It just can't be all about East Coast. We need more Southern matchups like this. More West Coast matchups. It's gonna be lit. It is going to be lit. I definitely want to see. Hopefully, it's all five members of Bone in that. I definitely want to see Flesh and Bone there. Southern and Midwest, yes. We need more matchups like that, yo. I've been saying this. Reg, we gotta talk about some more Bone Thug stuff, man. We only did Art of War. Makai was good. What up? Bone and 3-6 Mafia, man. Who you all got? E99. Let's talk about it, man. Let's do it. Y'all see it? Bone Thugs and 3-6 Mafia. December 2nd. I'm following the Versus page, yo. They just announced it like 15 minutes ago. Jermaine Dupri and Puffy. I think that still might happen. I don't know. There's a lot of matchups that was mentioned like this one a year ago. So I mean, who knows? I don't think Dre's gonna battle Puffy, and if he doesn't, then Jermaine is always up for that, and I still think Jermaine could beat him. Do I think Hobson is the black owner? I don't listen to Hobson, so I couldn't tell you. Favorite Bone Thugs album? My favorite is Art of War. Great double album. My favorite 3-6 album? Probably Mystic Styles or I don't know. The World Domination was great too. Ashley,
Hey,
what's good?
not much.
Does Ice Cube have a good output post The Predator? Yes, Lethal Injection was a good album. War and Peace. I like the War disc over the Peace disc, but I don't like nothing from him in the 2000s though. Yes, I have the. Ashley, do you have the album? I have the album.
Yeah, I have the album too.
I got it the same day it came out. Went to FYE.
Oh wow.
What up, Vinyl? Reg, you should know by now. One of us can have the album. If it's not all of us, somebody gonna have the album. You shouldn't have to ask us no more. Lethal Injection to me is his best album after Predator. No Justice for Glitter. Take that off the screen. No glitter. That's one I don't have at all. I'm not planning on getting that. Was good.
I'm considering getting the soundtrack, but
Really?
I've seen the movie and
The movie was
I
horrible.
don't think I'll ever watch that movie again. I'm sorry.
Trash. No good. Lethal Injection. That was the best one after Predator. One Piece was okay, but Lethal Injection is underrated. Yes, New Edition will be performing with New Kids on the Block, American Music Awards. That's gonna be good.
Yeah, I can't believe they're performing with New Kids on the Block.
Right. I'm looking forward to that performance.
Yeah.
Soul Train Awards is at the Apollo Theater in Harlem. That's gonna be good.
I think that's the only part I'm going to be looking forward to, that performance. Other than that, I'm not going to keep the whole award shit like that.
Got Maxwell's getting a Lifetime Achievement Award. Ashante's getting an award. Silk Sonic is performing. Lucky Day's performing. It's gonna be good. Is Confessions 5 mics? Yeah, we already did a review on that. Definitely a 5 mic album. Ronald said he checked out the Summer Walker album. It doesn't have replay value. I never listened to her music. I don't know. We need a New Edition and New Kids on the Block versus. I would like that.
That'd be
Definitely.
interesting.
Yeah, definitely do that. Make that happen. I always said if not New Edition, then New Edition and the Barge, I think would be a good battle. The album is 5 mics to you. I don't know about that. We'll see. How would you rank your Ice Cube albums? How would I rank it? Death Certificate, Predator, America's Most Wanted, Lethal Injection, Killer Will. West Side Connection, that would probably be in the middle. That'd probably be like after the Predator for me. Well, that was a great album though. You had Boyz II Men in your whip. What you was playing from Boyz II Men?
Hey everybody.
What up?
Hey.
Hey. What y'all talking about?
We're talking about Ice Cube, ranking Ice Cube albums.
Oh God.
Cooley High Harmony, a classic album. Loved it.
Yeah. I will get the reissue out with y'all and shit. But the original is too good too.
Yeah.
So.
You had fun with this album? I got some issues with this album.
Man.
I don't think it's 5 mics.
I mean, it's better than his other albums, I'll tell you that.
That's not saying a lot. You know.
This album is just a middle.
It's a middle album. Like you just said, it's a middle album. Yes, I agree.
It's a middle album, but I feel like it aged well than his other album.
I don't feel like it did. I feel like he dropped the ball on a lot of the songs on here, but it's a middle album. Yes, I agree with that.
Because we also got to remember the state of R&B at this time too. So,
but for it to be a middle album, you have to like cross that bridge to a better one, and I don't think you had a better one after this. Well, Raymond versus Raymond, I like. I don't know if it's better than this one, but I thought that was a good album too.
the Raymond versus Raymond, it was good, but there was some songs that were lacking. That's all I gotta say.
Like which ones?
Which one?
Yeah.
You said which one?
Yes, which ones?
songs?
Oh, like the looking for myself, all that other shit.
No, we're talking about Raymond versus Raymond, right?
Yeah,
I
I
think
was
Ashley
asking
was
which
Ashley meant yeah.
songs.
What songs were bad on Raymond versus Raymond?
Yeah.
like that. Wasn't Oh My God on that one and shit like that.
I love
Yeah,
that one.
I
I
love
love
that
that
song.
one.
OMG, I love that
Yeah.
song.
I love that one.
Yeah,
What are you talking
I'm
about,
gonna
Reg?
pull up. I'm gonna pull up the track list. Hold up.
Reg, are you hot tonight?
Oh, I didn't care for DJ Got Us Falling in Love.
What?
Didn't care.
That's
Oh
some of
Didn't
the
care
best
for.
songs on
God.
the album, Reg.
Didn't care for Mars versus Venus.
You're bugging.
I
That
love
was
that.
I
I love
love
that
that
one
song.
too.
You don't
Believe
know
it or
what you're
not, I
talking about.
did like Lil Freak. Believe it or not.
That was dope.
Yeah.
That was dope.
I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get some water right quick, and then we'll start.
Alright.
But see, it was just like that was the beginning of him trying to be a techno R&B kind of
That was
star.
the beginning of the end. That's when he married the older chick.
You mean when he married
What's her name? Tiffany? Tamika?
no, Tamika?
Tamika, yes. I think that was like right when he had married Tamika.
Yeah, when he did this album here I stand.
I didn't hear Silk Sonic yet. I didn't hear you. Can't like I said they had Here I Stand playing at a pizza place when you first heard it.
Oh wow.
I didn't hear shit from this album. I just bought it because it was Usher. And I mean I think Love in This Club was already out, but I didn't hear nothing else from the album when I bought it.
Spoiler alert: Loveless Club and the remix are probably like the only songs I can actually put equal length on.
Oh wow.
Wow. Are you serious?
You said what?
Are you
He said, "Are you
are you
serious?"
serious right now, yo?
I'm gonna explain
Oh boy.
because, like I said, this review is gonna be kind of surprising tonight.
Is this a trash review or no?
No, hell
Oh,
no,
okay. Okay.
No.
hell no.
I'm just
This is
checking.
actually, trust me, if it's a trash, it would just literally
If
say
this
trash.
was that type of review, he would have told us.
Yeah. Now, the Ice Cube is trash. That's gonna be
Oh
trash.
man. I don't think that's a trash album. I don't think that's a
We
trash
be
album.
clubbing.
It's not one of his best, but I don't think it's trash at all.
Dumb nigga in the building. Ronnie said "Loving This Club Part 2" is my favorite song.
Soldier of
I'm not
Love.
saying
I
it's
don't
my
think we
favorite
listen.
song because it's one of my favorites. Q said, "What do you think of the Bruno? You gotta have to wait till Tuesday for that." I'm ready whenever y'all are.
All right.
All right. What's good, you too? How's everyone doing this lovely Friday night? It's your boy Reg in the building. And my homeboy Try with me.
What up?
My homegirl Ash with me.
That's good.
What's good? This is an album I've definitely wanted to talk about for a couple of years now. Usher's Here I Stand. Mm. To many people, this album could be considered the beginning of the end. To other people, this album is like okay. To some other
Yes.
people, they didn't know exactly what he was doing with this album. I'm really not trying to be funny. It's like this
Yeah,
album
funny.
has anything like post confessions. A lot of people are going to have their disdain because,
Right.
like we mentioned when we talk about Mary J. Blige, people are always going to see a nigga in trauma or somebody in trauma or whatever. But this was around the time when
What?
Usher actually was going through a lot of transitioning
I'm about to
at
say
this time.
what trauma was he going through at that time?
Right.
I mean, confessions, talking about cheating and all that shit. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
he been doing that though. He been doing that.
Of course.
Because, like, again, this is the whole mature. I'm a mature artist and stuff like that.
Right.
'Cause I think at this time he was almost 30 at this time too.
Mm-hmm. He was an old nigga.
Yeah. Put his faces on dollar bills and shit. But singles album was known for are "Love in This Club,"
Stupid.
Loving This Club Part 2, Moving Mountains. Oh God. What's Your Name? Here I Stand, and Trading Places. Producers include Usher Raymond, Polo the Dawn, Tricky Stewart, Will I Am, Jermaine Dupri, Dre and Vital, Brian Michael Cox, Stargate, Danger, James J. Lackey, The Dream, Jazzy Faye, LOS, Manuel Seal, DJ Toop, Darkchild, J.R.
Yeah,
Rollin,
a lot of
L.
fucking
Rock,
producers on this joint.
right, right, Wildcard, Craig Love, and Neo. Guest appearances include um okay, Young Jeezy, Will I Am, the greatest rapper ever, Jay Z, Lil Lil Wayne, the greatest singer ever, Beyonce, and yeah, that's
Funny.
it. All right, so after the release of Confessions, he kind of took a break because he was like going through like a lot of transitioning around this time. Like he had broke up with Chili. He kind of fired his mom as his manager and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. And next thing you know, he kind of took a little break from making music, and he came back. He came back. You know, he was doing Broadway
Right.
and stuff like that. He was in the Chicago Broadway play and stuff, which I forgot that he was at one point he was doing Broadway
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. So around like '05 too, he became involved with his stylist Tamika Foster,
Right.
and this was very controversial because the Usher fan base do not like this woman whatsoever
Because she's
because
older.
that and because Usher was actually getting married, and you know they don't want to see Usher getting married and whatnot too. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Because I remember I was watching the whole his behind the music
Mm-hmm.
one time. They were talking about Tamika Foster and stuff like that, and around this time too, you know, I think his mom did not attend the wedding, which
Oh
that
wow.
like, also caused like, a lot of scandal and whatnot. And so he went on TRL. He started acting a wild ass. He was like angry as hell, like don't talk about my wife and stuff like that. If
Wow.
y'all remember that TRL episode
Mm-hmm.
and shit like that,
I
this
don't
nigga was
remember.
all up in the fucking camera
Yeah, he was all in
and
the
stuff too.
camera saying like, don't
Yeah,
be
like
disrespecting
you
my
you
wife.
never saw Usher that hype, man.
Yeah.
Like niggas forgot he from ATL and shit.
Right. It's crazy. I
But
don't
yeah,
remember that
I
one
was
though.
also getting to that Christian. That his father died. His father died too after his son's birth,
Wow.
which also, you know, he
That
went through like
explains
a
it.
lot of depression too, because him and his father was not that close with one another
Right.
and shit like that. So they were getting close with one another, and then he died. So yeah, to this album, he was going through a lot of this time. So he didn't want to do the whole "you make me want to leave the one." He didn't want to do yeah. He didn't want to do all that nice and slow. He
Right.
was at a different phase in his life, and this is where I feel like people had a problem with, which I'll get into that in a minute. Um, you're right. That In the Mix movie is one of the cheesiest movies I've ever seen and
Didn't
shit.
like that.
Like, I liked it, but
I liked
it
it.
was just the acting, man. I just got anyway, but yeah. So Here I Stand came out, and then the album cover, just him with the car and stuff like that. You know,
He
with the
looked like he's
shades
like
and
in the
everything.
desert or something.
Right. Like they
Like,
just
what are
put
you
this shit
doing?
together.
I like the car though. The car is dope. I don't know about him actually like being out there. What is he doing
Who
in the
knows?
middle of nowhere and shit?
Just looking for something,
Looking for himself.
looking for himself. Shit. But anyway, and also too, this album was not the commercial success that Confessions was. 'Cause, you know, Confessions went like 15 times platinum. This only went, I think, about 2 times platinum at that time. So
Mm.
yeah. So was it really that bad of an album to a lot of people? Well, let's find out and see. Track number one, it's 18 tracks. Well, 17, but there's a hidden track and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, Track number one is like the intro. Pretty straightforward intro. You know what I'm saying? Just him. Just talking about like where he's at. The maturity that he's going. Excuse me, that he's going through. He's solid. You know.
It's okay. Um, he's just singing with a piano. Um, it was okay. I don't think it was like a great intro.
I feel you.
To me, the intro wasn't really bad.
All right. I guess that's all we can say about the intro. Now we're gonna go into track two, "Love in This Club" featuring Young Jeezy. I remember when this song came out and stuff like that. It was everywhere at one point.
Yeah.
This was when Paul the Don was producing for everybody. Um, Pretty dope song. I'm not gonna lie. This is actually one of my favorite Usher songs he did post '04 and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's that beat. The beat. I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard the beat, I did not like that beat. They had like, I could have seen Kanye use that for some like on graduation or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, you know the whole saying. He finds somebody at a club, tries to get with that person. Loving his club and whatnot. Um, yeah, man, this song actually caused some controversy, which we'll talk about that when we talk about the remix and shit.
Yeah, I bought the album in 2008, Ronnie, when it first came out. Like I was there the first day at FYE to buy it because I've always been a fan of Usher. The song was dope. I remember when the song came out and watching the video, and I thought it had a nice beat, nice bass line. I'm not a fan of Young Jeezy, but he was big at that time, and he had a nice little verse. It was cool, a cool song.
Like Rich said, this song was everywhere when it came out, and to be honest, I wasn't really, I wasn't really fond of it at first. But I guess hearing it, I guess in a while, a little nostalgic. I'll admit it. It's kind of grown on me a bit.
Yeah, definitely go on you. Then we're gonna get into the next track, which is called "This Ain't Sex." So what we doing if y'all met after the club? Okay. This one was another dope song. It's just it's pretty much a club banger, for the win and stuff like that. I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? I could have seen this as a single too, except for Moving Mountains, but we'll talk about that.
This was a dope record. I like the really nice dance record. Up tempo track, nice beat and bass line. I thought it was dope. He's singing. This is love. This is real. This is how you make me feel. Definitely one of my favorites on this album. It was a
Yes.
good track.
Even though this ain't six isn't a favorite of mine, I'll admit it was pretty decent.
Yeah, definitely hear you on that and shit. Track number four, Trading Places. Oh man, this was another banger right here. Um, Pretty much Usher, he talked about the concept of the song and he said, and I quote, "The story is like wishful thinking for all men to have a woman who takes control and compliments us the way we compliment them and stuff like that." So pretty grown and sexy kind of sex track and whatnot. I've always felt like this kind of got overshadowed a lot by Moving Mountain. I mean, Loving This Club and shit like that too. Video was actually not that bad too. Ronnie said it has that Jay Holiday feel to it. I think the same producer. I think it was the same producer. I don't know. Nah, it's not the same producer, but everybody was making those kind of beats at that time. So
Yeah. I like when I hear it, I can actually picture like Trey songs on the record. But it was a good song. Usher is usually good at ballads, so I thought it was a nice song, real seductive, nice pianos on it. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I know the concept when I first heard Trading Places. I felt like this song could have been made for someone else to do. Like Try said, it could have been like Trey Songz or maybe Jay Holiday or someone else whose um, music is generally consistent of just sex related tracks to me. It's not bad.
Right. Definitely hear what y'all saying. Next track, Moving Mountains. I've always hated this fucking song.
And crazy.
Why?
Uh, Moving Mountains. Like,
Fire.
it was. I never liked this. It was one of those sentimental kind of tracks. Um, I got what he was trying to do, but it was. I remember it was just everywhere. I was just like, "What? Why is this song even that popular and shit?" But probably one of my least favorite tracks off this album.
Mm.
No, I love it. I think it's one of the best ballads Usher ever had. Um, the video was like it went well with the track, and it was more about like his relationship with a female, and it was like him singing about like for him to do the simple things in a relationship. It was like moving mountains with that female, and I thought it was a great track. I thought the beat and the pianos and just everything about it, the chorus and I thought it was a great track and you know I feel like it's underrated. Like again, like I love Usher's ballads and over the years he's had some memorable classic ballads and I think this was a great ballad. I think this is the best ballad on this whole album to me. It was definitely a
Whoa.
great.
Ooh.
I mean,
I
Trading
don't
Places was
know.
good. Trading Places was good. I think I like the video. The video still matter to me. Like the video with the song and he's like going through like rainstorms and moving mountains and stuff like that. That goes with the video with the song. And I just feel like it was like a great song that he sang. So yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I like Moving Mountains too. I remember seeing the video and I just felt that it really coincided with the song and is relevant to what people go through in relationships or have been in through,
Yeah,
and
Yeah,
it just makes sense.
definitely hear what y'all are saying about that. Then we have What's Your Name featuring Will I Am. This one was pretty decent and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Nice little banger, nice little upbeat kind of song or whatever. Will I Am, he's always going to give you that feel good kind of music. So it works.
definitely enjoyed this one. It had the same collaboration he did with Will I Am on OMG. I thought it was like this was like another collab like that. It was like real EDM type of record. Nice beat, nice synthesizers on it. The melody, like when it first starts off, it sounds like the Rhythmics Street Dreams. I mean, Sweet Dreams. It
Hmm.
sounded like that when it started off, but I liked it. I thought it was a nice record. Will I Am has a little rapper on it. It was danceable.
What's your name? I wasn't too fond of it. I'll take OMG over this song any day.
Ooh, y'all love OMG. Like, mm. All right. Now you're going to get into Prayer for You interlude. Even though this is an interlude, it's like a mini kind of track, which I still fucking love. Probably one of my top three favorite tracks off this album. He's just talking about like the birth of his son, but then he's going back and it's like he's going back to his relationship with his own father and how he will be a better father to his son than if his father was to Usher and stuff like that too. So definitely a very personal track. I love it.
Yeah, this was nice. You actually hear like I'm assuming that the baby on it was his. Like you hear like the baby
It
crying on
is.
it and he's singing, and I thought that was good. Like he entered fatherhood at this time, and he wasn't afraid to let his fans know that he's a different man now, and I thought it was good. Like you don't see too many artists like include they baby on their album, and I thought it was like a nice little interlude.
Yeah, this definitely was a very personal interlude. Just the fact to feature his son on here, it was very sweet. Pretty much saying that he's gonna try to be a better father than his own dad was to him. So I think that definitely speaks volumes and it lets folks into Usher's somewhat personal life in that aspect.
Right. Mm, definitely. Now you're gonna get into something special. Probably my second favorite track off this album. But I hate when artists make these kind of songs and then they end up getting divorced a year or two later.
Mm.
Because he made this song as a way of him saying he found the right woman, better than the love he had before. Next you know it, they got divorced and shit. But okay. Um, Jermaine Dupri, he produced this beat, and like I said, I'm not really the biggest Dupri fan, like I mentioned, but him and Usher together, definitely a match made in heaven. So I fuck with this track right here.
It was okay. I thought it was like album filler. I don't. There's only there's only one JD song on here that I like. I didn't like anything else he did. But
Oh wow.
Mm.
and I love Jermaine Dupri. He's a legend. But I think he missed it on this album. But it was okay. It wasn't nothing special for me.
Yeah, something special. I like this one too, and yeah, I kind of get where Reg is coming from. Like I guess like at that time when he did feel like he met the right one when he was married to Tamika, I guess that was pretty much his way of letting people know about that. But then too, it was a shame that marriage didn't last.
Right. And I think they broke up because of irreconcilable differences and shit,
Or
whatever.
was it the
Mm.
herpes?
Oh,
No, that didn't happen.
That didn't happen.
No,
Okay.
really,
I thought he had herpes. I mean, that was a rumor.
not at that time.
Oh, not at that time. Well, he had it,
No.
but he didn't know he had it. I
that's
mean,
just
you can
disgusting.
have it for years and not know. He could have had it and not even know.
Uh,
You know good and well they did not have
nigga,
back
nigga, I'm
during
trying to
that
eat,
time.
man. I ain't trying to hear
What
about
was being
herpes.
used then versus it hitting the fan like last
I
year.
don't
Come
know.
on, get real.
Hmm. Next track is "Love You Gently." This is like a continuation, like one of the more sensual, mature tracks off this album. Even though I like it, I kind of consider this like more like filler, album filler and shit like that.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah. I thought it was album filler. It wasn't one of those songs that stood out to me.
Love You Gently. I felt like it kind of was somewhat of a continuation to Oh wow, I did not know Raheem Devon co-wrote this song. Did not know that. Learned something new tonight. Back to what I was saying. I felt like this song was somewhat of a continuation to Trading Places. That's just my thing.
Right.
I kind of felt like it would have smoothly transitioned after that to make it flow better. That's just me. Not bad. Not a bad track though.
yeah, I definitely agree with you about that, Ash. Now we come to "Best Thing" featuring Jay-Z. Pretty solid track. Jermaine Dupri came back because at this time, you know Jay Z was like about to get married to Beyonce. and stuff. Oh, he had just got married to Beyonce at this time, so this was like a song talking about the best of marriage life and stuff like that. So pretty solid track. I'm not gonna lie, I've heard better Jay verses when he's talking about like vulnerability and love and shit like that. You know, you know how he says like, I mean, Ush, this what you come to, man. Like, I don't even think they were in the studio. Oh, no, no, actually, he did go to Usher in the studio in Atlanta and stuff like that
Mm.
too, because he was actually in tour in Atlanta. And they did this track, so yeah, this one was a pretty solid track. You know, yeah, way better than the one they did on Kingdom Come. Way better.
Yeah, I didn't care for that one. This was a good track, a nice beat. It should have been a single, but I do feel like Jay Z had a weak verse on here, and there's not too many times I can say that about Jay. It's interesting that he threw in a million's name in the verse. I thought that was
Right.
interesting when he said sorry Stacy, sorry Donna, Million, and all of them was pretty common. It wasn't you, it was him. School me once,
Yeah.
school me twice, three times. I was dumb. Now it's so plain to seeing me. I got the one. You the best, mama. That was interesting. I mean, we always heard rumors about a million and him, and I'm like, well, you just threw in her name in his verse, you know. But I don't think it was a great verse though. I just could have been better.
Mm.
Yeah, best thing didn't do nothing for me. I didn't like it.
Was nobody's best thing, I guess. All right. Now we're gonna get into Before I Met You. Yeah, this is probably the most controversial track off this album because this is more of like a track where he's really talking about Tamika and how much she changed his life and stuff like that. And he's pretty much talking about like how he'll try to be faithful towards her and like no one ever have to understand their love. But y'all got divorced like a year or two later, but
Right.
okay. Oh man, but this song was good but kind of controversial and shit.
I didn't like it.
I
I don't care. I know Ronnie says Swiss Beats wrote it. Did he produce it? Because he should have produced it, but
Wait, he did?
he co-wrote it. I guess. I didn't even read the album credits for this album, so
Oh, wow.
yeah, I didn't even know that. But I didn't like it. That's the song.
You know, Before I Met
was
You, it
probably wrote
wasn't
that
that
about
bad of a
Alicia.
song. To me, it was pretty decent.
I hear what Red said.
I'm sorry. What did Ashley say?
I said, to me, it was pretty decent.
Yeah, I was saying Swiss Beats probably wrote that about Alicia and shit because I didn't know Alicia was originally a side chick. I mean, mm, that's why I can't stand when I want people talk about I want to be the next Gabrielle and Dwayne, the next Alicia
Mm,
and Swiss, the next
right.
Will and Jada.
No,
We
you
all know
don't.
what happened with that.
You don't want that.
Don't try
You
to
don't want
keep
those
up with the
problems,
Joneses, people. Just
right?
don't.
You don't want those
Just
issues.
don't. It ain't worth it.
It's not.
It so ain't worth it.
You don't hear no one say they want to be the next Ozzy and Ruby Davis and shit, but okay,
Right?
you don't hear people say they want to be the next Beyonce and Jay Z and shit.
Or how about Grant Hill and Tamia? They've been together forever,
Or Boris and Nicole.
right?
Right.
Oh wait, well, no one can be like them. They're the quintessential light skinned couple and shit. So let me stop. Let me stop. Track number 12, His Mistakes. Of course, Nia wrote a song about mistakes and stuff like that. So, um, this one was pretty decent. I don't even really care for this one too much. I think originally this was like a Neo song, but he gave it to Usher from
Oh,
what I
wow.
looked up. I think because it fits more Neo than Usher.
I don't like it. Whether Neo sang it or not, I ain't care for it. It's a nice beat, but it's not one of my favorites.
That boy Neo.
His mistakes, I'll admit, I like this one. I I could kind of see Neo doing this song because I honestly didn't know that it was originally his, but he ended up giving it to Usher. But I could see Neo doing this song too. But I like it, and it's just I don't know. The chorus is just the premise of it. It's kind of hits close to home.
It was his
Yeah, that,
mistake to give it to Usher. He should have kept it for himself.
I'm saying this definitely would have fit because of you album or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, I could see it being on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Track number 13, Appetite. An interesting song and stuff like that.
Mm,
Usher is Usher ain't shit. That's all. Usher ain't. Okay, so we literally have to go through all of this album talking about how I love you. You're my one and only. But
Mm-hmm.
then you're gonna have a song called Appetite. Oh,
Right.
it doesn't surprise me that one of them Jagged Edge motherfuckers wrote this. That you're gonna
wait,
have a
for
song about
real?
Appetite talking about how you're gonna cheat on her just in case your inner player comes out. Like, okay. I swear to God, these LA ATL niggas, I swear to God, yo shit. And I can see why niggas have their side eye with this album, but this was still like a playful kind of track. I did like that beat though. Who did that? Danger or whatever that he did that beat. So for what it's worth, it's a decent song. But I'm just like, all this talk about you loving your woman, all now you're talking about your inner player comes out. That's what Summer Walker talks about in her album and shit.
Usher's rapping on this again. I loved it because he had the same flow like on nice and slow.
Yeah, nice and slow
Yeah.
from
You
Rivalry.
know, and
Yep.
he right
Anytime
and he's
this one,
spelling out his name. They call me USHERRA. I love that. And he said, just trying to handle my grown man BI. Got a girl I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose. Break my heart. I don't want to do. I don't want to be that fool. Make that move. Been on my Vic. But never break the rules. Like I liked his rapping flow on this track. It should have been like a whole rap song for him. Because I always liked that little flow he had. But it was cool. I like the beat and the flute melody, and this should have been a single. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like one of the very few songs on this album I like. You know what I'm saying? But it's like he put it all the way down on the track listing. You know what I'm saying? Like you're like dedicating all these songs to your wife, and then we get this song like way down on the track list. And, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
it's a dope song. I
Mm,
like it.
yeah, the sequencing kind of threw the album off a little bit towards the
yeah.
end. I see
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Hmm.
Yeah, Appetite, I'll admit, when I first heard this song a few times, I wasn't really feeling it like that. The beat is what saved the song, and the flute melody into it, that's kind of what it did.
Yeah.
I'll admit it's alright.
Definitely. Yeah, that beat is like pretty bouncy, enjoyable kind of
Hmm.
beat. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Um, what's after this one? What's a man to do? Okay, that's for these titles, man. Yeah, this one was. I don't really have too much to say about this one. It was pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? So I liked it.
Um, I didn't care for it. No, I didn't like that song at all.
I like What's a Man to Do because it's just, I don't know. Of course, I already know this album's like, the track listing is like a little all over the place. It's just one of the few songs that I'm able to listen to repeatedly and not get sick of it. And with the premise of the song, it's like, yeah, his heart is in two different places, just not sure what the right move is. That's what I got out of the song.
Definitely. Next one is called Revolver. Just judging from this first verse, cut me with your tongue, then love me when it's over. Um, yeah, man, that's very descriptive right there and shit. But yeah, this one's a pretty dope
You
song.
mean you mean Lifetime? Lifetime is track 15.
Oh shit. Okay. Damn, I must have got some of the
Yeah,
track
because at
listing
first
messed
I was
up.
like, wait.
Yeah. Revolver's on the like one of those special editions from like Australia or something.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Lifetime. I did.
yeah,
I did like
Lifetime.
Lifetime. Yeah, I did like that one and shit like that. Yeah, I didn't know where I was gonna go with that Revolver. Thank y'all for seeing me with that. But yeah, Lifetime was pretty dope. I like that one. It's like one of those Tamika kind of tracks, which I felt like should have been a little bit higher up, if anything. But it's pretty straight.
Yeah, this was I like the beat, it's real melodic. It was a nice track.
Yeah, I like Lifetime. It was a pretty good song, and I agree with Reg. I felt like the placement of this song here should have been a little bit more higher versus
Yeah.
somewhere toward the end of the album.
Definitely. Now, Love in This Club Part 2 featuring Lil Wayne and Beyonce. This was a controversial song, which I'm gonna get into that in a minute. This is actually one of the few remixes that I can actually put up to par with the original version, if that makes sense. Because, like I said, the original version was pretty good, like for the clubs and all that.
Mm-hmm.
This one kind of had like a sensual kind of feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm gonna get into that, Ronnie. I'm definitely gonna get into that. Usher really wanted to work with Lil Wayne and stuff like that. Cause at that time Weezy was on fire at that time too. He had just
Mm-hmm.
was about to drop the Carter 3 at that time. That didn't come out till like either June or May, one of the months.
Right.
But originally, guess what other two artists are supposed to have been on this track too?
Who?
Rick Ross.
Mariah Carey and Plies.
Oh God.
What?
Right, and thank
Thank
God.
God.
Thank God.
Thank God. Mariah, I can see Mariah.
I could not
Plies,
imagine
nah.
that. I'm sorry.
Never
Mariah
cared
and
for Plies.
Beyonce on the track. That would have been interesting.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I can see Mariah on the track.
Yeah, but this actually was very controversial because so this is the thing. So the original version, Carrie Hilson, she wrote Love into Club heavily and whatnot. But then Beyonce, she actually got a writing credit on this track, on the part two too, because I think she said some ad libs and she said a few words in her own self.
Mm-hmm.
And Carrie Hilson, y'all should know, didn't really take too kindly. She had a diss song against Beyonce, and then y'all should know the Dangerously in Love CDs got thrown at her.
Right.
Yeah, I'm really being serious about that. Like the Beehive, I'm so yeah. This remix or part two, continue whatever you want to call it, it's pretty solid. Love the stylistic sample that they use on this one too.
It's a good remix. I don't know if you needed a remix necessarily for the song. It was good. Again, like the same way I felt about Until the End of Time with Justin. I didn't think he needed a remix for that with Beyonce, and
Uh,
Beyonce happens to pop up on here again somehow, some way.
Beyonce
That's
made
that.
until the end of time, in my
That's
opinion.
that Black Gold magic. She happens to pop up on a remix again. You know, it was good. I don't. To me, a remix, unless it's going to be equally better than the original or equally as good or just as or better, I don't really feel like you need a remix. It was already a hit song without it. You know what I'm saying? But Weezy was in his bag. He was on everybody's albums and features, and I liked his verse. He said, girl, we can act like two damn fools and everybody think we doing a dance move, and it started with a hug. Now we making love in this club." It was good. I could definitely see Mariah on this because God knows she did a lot of remixes, and you know, it was cool. I don't know if you needed a remix for it though.
Yeah, Loving This Club Part 2, it wasn't bad. I had no idea that Mariah implies would have been considered to be featured on this track too. Mariah, yeah, I could possibly see,
Mm.
but I don't know about Plies. I don't think that would have been a good fit at all.
Class,
It's not.
baby.
It's not. This song is definitely not a bad follow up to the original.
Man.
And I think this is what the only time we've heard a collab with Usher and Beyonce ever.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, first time that they've collaborated on a song. It was surprisingly good. I'll give them that.
Yeah, yeah, I'm glad Plasma not on this track right
Oh
here.
God.
Lil Wayne was good.
Yeah.
Uh, Plasma just made that shit more ratchet.
How many
Yeah.
remixes
He
are
would have made that song into hot garbage.
how many remixes are there? There's one with Ti and Jeezy too.
Yeah,
Wow,
I forgot about that. Mention that. Yep.
never heard it.
Seriously?
Yeah,
But that wasn't really that popular like that.
Hmm.
It was like, what's Ti doing here? I think that was before Ti went back to jail. I think.
yeah, wow. See, should have stayed in jail.
I the last technical track is Here I Stand. My favorite track off this whole album.
Mine too.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, this pretty much just wraps up the album and stuff like that. Just him. What I see is just him, professing his love and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just pretty much him standing on his own. Just ready for the next chapter in his life. It actually got nominated for Best R&B Vocal Performance Award in the 51st Grammy Awards. Um, I don't know who it lost to, but see that.
Ronnie,
Other than
who
that,
who who he lost to? Tell us that.
I'm about to find it right now. Who's popping in R&B in '08?
Carrie Hilson.
Neo's Miss Independent. Oh wow.
Of
Oh.
course, Neil. That was a good song too.
Oh, I didn't know Chris Brown's "Take You Down" was nominated too. Okay,
Hmm.
but yeah, "Here I Stand." That's pretty much my favorite song off this album.
This was a great song. He should have had a video for this. Um, is it a ballad? Do you consider it a ballad?
Yeah,
Yeah. This and Moving Mountains to me are like the two best ballads on here. This was a great I love the title track, and it sounded like he was singing over like live instruments.
Yeah.
And again, this should have been high up on the track. This should have been started off the album instead of making it like the last song on the album. I don't understand that, but
yeah,
um, definitely a great track.
Yeah. Here I Stand is definitely one of my favorite songs off this album. And I don't know. I kind of feel like this for it to be like technically the final track. I guess to end it off on somewhat of a good note. I'll admit I ain't got no complaints about that. Definitely very melodic, and the chorus is just definitely catchy. And then too, I hear this song getting played on the radio from time to time. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'll admit I do wish there would have been a video for it. It would have been dope.
right. And did y'all hear the hidden track though?
Yes, the hidden
Yeah,
track is called "Will Work for Love."
yeah,
Hmm.
Um, Dope beat, nice pianos, bass line, the horns on it, and I like the chorus. He's like, says we'll work for love. I will work for love all my life. Can you help me? Can somebody help me? So he's basically like, you know, it's almost like we'll work for food or he'll work for love. And I thought it was a good track. It should have been included officially on the album instead of just like a hidden bonus track. But I thought it was a good song.
yeah. We'll work for love. I'll admit it wasn't a bad song. I kind of wish it would have just been officially added on somewhere in this album.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not a bad song. Kind of catchy.
Definitely not. All right. Um, that's all. The album overall, this is actually a pretty good album. It was nice that Usher came back after his hiatus. But even though I do like this album, I do admit there are some flaws that I do have to talk about.
Hmm.
felt like the biggest flaw to me was the sequencing.
Hmm.
Felt like I think after maybe probably after the best thing, some of the sequencing was kind of all over the place. Especially when this was supposed to be like a concept album about your love for your wife, and then you entering fatherhood and stuff like that. What else? What else? Certain song I could have seen. I think it's like he was trying to like fit in with all the other art at the time, like Chris Brown and Neo and everything like that.
Can't do that.
Exactly. You know, but overall, this one it's not a confession. It's not 8701. I
Mm-mm.
feel like it should stand on its own. No pun intended. Um, Probably give it a 4 mics.
What is this? What is the significance of the title anyway? Here I stand. I never understood the title for it.
Ah, that's a good question.
Mm.
Yeah, I never understood why you named it J.R. Stan either.
I feel like there's I like some songs. I don't like some songs. I think the production was good at times. He still sings great. He's one of my favorite singers all time when it comes to R&B. It's a middle of the road album. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a classic to me. It's not his worst album because I've heard his worst album. It's not this. That was later on, but he has some joints. You know, Here I Stand, the title track that should have been a single. Loving This Club was dope. Appetite, Moving Mountains, This Ain't Sex. He has some bangers on here. Just I felt like they didn't really promote it enough, and he didn't come out with a lot of singles for this album. That should have been probably would have did better with more singles to me. And I feel like even at that time, like I felt like he was trying to play catch up to Chris Brown. Like he was trying to stay relevant and trying to do what Chris Brown and Neil was doing, and Chris Brown is just on a different level now. You know, like even when he did that collab with Chris Brown, the New Flame, I felt like he was
Yeah, New
trying
Flame.
to, yeah, that, and I love New Flame. I just felt like he was trying to play catch up with Chris Brown at that point. You know what I'm saying? And that's the downfall of staying away for like what, like 4 years after Confessions, like your best album, and then you come back into the scene and the whole music scene is different at that point. So it's like he's trying to like get back into the swing of things, and some of his fans had moved on to Neo and Chris Brown and whoever else was out at that time, Omarion. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
you know, I mean, remember Omarion signed with MMG at that point. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it got some tracks. I think it's a mediocre album. I would give it 3 mics. But it's not his worst album. I still think his worst album is Hard to Love. That was awful, but I think this is better than that album. Even Looking for Myself, I think it's better than that. You know.
Mm. I have mixed feelings of Here I Stand. I know my mom has this album too, and even though this album wasn't completely terrible, it definitely had a lot of flaws on it. It's just some of the songs, yeah, you get the gist of it. The fact that him getting married back in '07, '08, and just being happy and singing songs about his happiness and all of that, that's fine. But then too, it had other tracks on it such as Appetite that made you question, like, okay, what's really going on behind closed doors if you quote unquote claim to be happy in your marriage. That kind of puzzled me a bit. And yeah, the flow as well as of where like certain songs were placed, track placement wise, it was a little all over the place. I feel that it should have flowed smoothly to make the album flow a little bit better than what it did. That's my take on it. But like I said before, I have no objections of the title track being a way to close out the album.
Who would y'all think would win in the verses? Chris Brown or Usher?
Mm,
Usher.
I got Usher too.
yeah, yeah. Even though they're both incredibly talented and have a lot of great songs and stuff, I think Usher would beat Chris hands down.
I think it would be close though, because Chris Brown has a huge following.
Well, yeah, that's true. It may be
Yeah,
a tight battle when it comes to that. Because I mean, they both been doing their thing for a number of years. So
man.
yeah.
What's Chris Brown's best ballad? I don't think he got the classic ballads like Usher.
Hmm.
Mm.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about that because I mean, whenever I hear Chris Brown songs, I always hear a lot of his upbeat stuff
Yeah,
from what I hear on the radio at times.
I mean, he has some ballads. But would you consider Yo Excuse Me Miss a ballad?
mm.
Mm, I don't know. I don't know about that. I know "Say Goodbye"
No
That was
bullshit.
good.
That was a good ballad.
With
and
you.
no air he did with
No
Jordan
air, yes, I
Sparks.
love that song. That was a good
Tired
song.
of that song.
Yeah.
Tired
Oh
of that
god.
song.
um, the song with Aaliyah. Don't think they know. That was a good ballad.
You
I
mean
have
the
not
one when
heard
he
that
sampled
song.
Aaliyah?
Yeah, I like that
I
song.
have not listened to that one.
That was a good song.
I swear to God, these niggas love to use Aaliyah's memories just for clout, man. I'm telling
Right?
you. First Drake, not this nigga.
Who ain't? Who ain't? That's the real question.
But, she, but if I told y'all about One in a Million, y'all can't name shit from that album besides the singles. Hmm.
Mm,
All this Chris Brown bashing. God
I think
damn.
I think Chris Brown at this point. I think Chris Brown is a better dancer than Usher.
What?
To me, yes, I
Whoa.
think. You don't think Chris Brown could dance?
I
I
mean,
did not
I say
say
I
that.
never
I
said you
mean,
couldn't dance, but I feel like Usher.
he is in his lane when it
Mm.
comes to that. But I think Usher,
You think Usher's a better dancer?
yeah,
I think he used to be a better dancer.
used to be.
Yes, I think.
You say that as if he's like washed up
No,
and he
well,
can't
I,
do
I
the
think
moves no
father
more.
I think Father Time caught up to him and like the moves that Chris Brown do. I think Usher could do that back in 97, 98. I don't think he could do that no more.
You just never know. He may have something working up his sleeve that we don't know about.
That's true. That's
Don't
true.
count him out just yet.
No, he's still a goat. He's still a goat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay on until about 11:30 because I gotta do this thesis and shit. Now, what about Usher or Justin Timberlake? Try.
Oh.
Man. As far as dancing or discography,
Yeah, dancing.
Dancing.
I got Usher. But Justin is a good dancer too. He's underrated. If you
More
talking about
overall.
discography now, I don't know. Justin ain't got a he don't got a whack album to me.
I disagree, but okay.
Usher got some mediocre shit like this album, and he got some bad albums after that. Here I stand.
I'll take Here I Stand over Justified, though.
No, hell no. Justified is better. That's a way better album. He had Janet
You
Jackson on
lie.
that album too. Yes, he did. That's a
I
way
don't
better
care if he
album.
has Stevie. I
Cry
don't
Me
care
a
if he has
River.
Stevie Wonder on that
He had
album.
he had smash it. Cry Me a River. Rock Your Body. Like I Love You.
I don't care if he
Those are
has
smash
Stairway to
hits.
Heaven on that album and shit.
Mm.
No, that was a better album than Here I Stand.
I don't know.
Way better production. Timbaland and Pharrell. That's all he needed. Usher had how many producers on this album alone? Like 20 different producers. He had DJ Toomp and Jermaine Dupri and Will I Am. Everybody and
Yeah.
their mama was on this album.
Nah, I don't like Justin Bieber.
I fuck with
I don't
Bieber,
like.
but I like his latter albums, the Purpose album.
I I like
He's a white
some songs
supremacist
by
to me.
Bieber, but I'm
Yeah,
just not a big fan of his like that. Some
just
songs I'm
just
able to listen to.
Justin Bieber's latter albums is better than this. The Changes album
Yo,
better than this. Yes, it
yo,
is. Yes, it
yo.
is. The
Now you
Purpose
going
album
way
better
too.
than this.
Hold on, I gotta put my camera
I'm
on.
going by
Hold
music.
on.
I ain't going by race. Purpose
Nah,
album
nah,
is
I ain't
better.
going by. Oh,
Purpose.
what?
The
Just because a nigga started
Changes
saying
better
R&B,
than this album. The Believe album better than this album.
I disagree.
He got 3 albums better than this. You act like this album was like some classic album. This album was not one of his best.
I never said it was a classic album, but for you to say that Justin Bieber's latter shit is better than
Yes, his latter shit is better than this album.
okay, so
You
I
got it.
cannot hate Lord Willin, but you can say all this shit.
I'm not sick. If you hate Lord Willing, then me and Eric are gonna force you to like that album. We're gonna force you to like it.
You gonna force me? You
Yes,
gonna force
we're
me?
going to tie you down and play that album 20 times a day for you.
All right. We're going to talk about the Glitter soundtrack next.
Okay, I
Okay.
can't wait. I can't wait.
I'll
I still don't think that's one of Mariah's best albums, but you know,
y'all bug. Shout out to my
I'll
nigga
take a
Jermaine
chance
for
to
putting me on
listen to
that
that
album.
album.
I heard the album years ago, but from what I heard, it wasn't good.
I'm open to listening to the Glitter album, but don't ask me to
His
watch
latter
that movie
albums.
again.
Not I wasn't listening to like when he came up with that baby shit. Nah, I'm talking about it when his balls dropped and his voice changed and he had Nas on his album. Like Nas ain't collaborating with everybody.
Mm.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Yes.
How many tracks was Nas in though?
Nas was on the Purpose album. He was on the Purpose album. You know what I'm saying? Like his latter stuff to me, the Believe album, the Purpose album, the Changes album, even the Justice album I like. I just don't like the title for that album, but his latter shit I fuck with. His early shit I don't care for.
Justice. Don't even get me started on that shit. Like
He picked the wrong title.
Whose manager okayed that shit?
Yeah, I agree. He picked the wrong title, and I wasn't a fan of the Martin Luther King snippets on the album. I don't because it had nothing to do with the album.
But this was the same nigga back when he was like one less lonely nigga, one less lonely. But y'all wanna forget all about that shit. Okay.
I'm going by the music. But what he fucked up. I'm talking about music wise. His latter albums to me is better than his earlier shit. You know.
You mean
Just like the Beatles, like some people love the Beatles stuff, the early Beatles. They don't care for the latter shit. Some people love the latter Beatles because they don't like the early Beatles shit.
That's me. Like
Yes,
some people
I fuck
love the
with
latter
Bieber.
Gap Band albums, like myself, and then some people don't like the latter Gap Band albums and shit.
Yes, I like Bieber. I have the Changes album. Like it's not a secret. Like I fuck with Bieber. I like his latter shit.
Vinyl said Usher made Justin Bieber's career.
He did.
That
He
is kind of
discovered him.
true though.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
But Left Eye discovered Black too, so
Oh God.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, she
They
did discover them.
they needed Left Eye in that group.
Yeah.
Oh, man. They tried too much to be like TLC.
right.
I'll admit there were a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
You know TLC had that weird looking hair too and shit.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Who heard Diana Ross's new album though?
I think didn't Eric mention that he bought it?
Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
I was listening to that Silk Sonic all day and shit. That's all.
Is it good?
You have to wait till Tuesday.
I'm gonna have to peep
wow.
that.
But I tell you what, it's not as funky as I thought it was going to be. It's like a mixture of a lot of shit.
It's not a classic.
Oh, I'm not saying because it just came out today. So.
No, it just came out.
You know how these kids want to say it's a classic and shit.
Mm.
Cause you know on Twitter everyone's saying, "Oh, this is like the best album ever." I'm like, "Yo,
See,
chill out."
like I'm not lying. I got the Bieber album. Changes was a dope album. I fuck with Bieber. Laugh at me if you want.
Hey,
You know, I like different shit. To me, his latter albums were better than his earlier shit.
that's the same way I feel about Beyonce.
I think her earlier albums were good. You know, I like Sasha Fierce and the B-Day, but I'm not a
Sasha
huge
Fierce
Beyonce
is the
fan.
only Beyonce album I don't have. Everything else I got.
Right. I thought that was a good album.
Silk Sonic came out today.
What was it?
Rhino said, "What album came out today?" I said, "Silk Sonic's album." Y'all saw The Harder They Fall yet?
Yes.
No, my dad told me about that movie. He watched it. I
I
need
got
to
about
check it
30
out.
minutes left in the movie.
We should do a movie discussion on that.
Yeah, we
That's
should.
coming. That's coming. That's gonna
Yeah.
probably have to do the right thing before loving basketball.
He been putting that off forever. Yeah, I don't
I
think you want
I
to talk
know.
know.
about that. Why you
I put
As
putting
that
that
out
much
for
off?
as
like
as
10
much
months.
as he said he don't like loving basketball,
Mm-hmm.
I really thought he would do
Mm-hmm.
that review sooner
Right.
than later.
Because believe it or not, I'm gonna watch it 3 times. I'm gonna write it.
You
I'm
gonna
gonna
watch it
watch it
three
3 times.
times?
Yeah,
Why?
I want to actually look at why I don't like the movie, so I can actually have valid point why I don't
All
like
it take is one time for me. If I don't like it the first time, I ain't
it.
watching it again.
Well, this is I've explained how much I hate this movie so many fucking times. I want to come
Yeah.
correct.
Wow.
I want to come
Wow.
correct.
You better.
Like when we did the MC Shan review
Mm-hmm.
the other day, we came correct for that shit. Like we were live. Actually, we were live for like four
I
hours.
all I need to hear that I need to hear that album one time to tell you if it was whack or not. So nah.
Come on, let's move.
Mm.
Yes, Regina King was good. She was great in that film.
It's Regina King, man. Shit, she's a gem. Yeah, the wood over loving basketball any day.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll admit The Wood is a good movie too.
They got the TV show coming out soon.
Oh
What?
god.
Yeah, they got a TV show for the Wood on I think it's on Hulu's coming out.
Why are they waiting till now to?
I don't know.
Okay.
They don't know what else to do in Hollywood.
Yeah, they running out of ideas.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's one of the few movies Tay Diggs is actually likable in.
Yeah. They bringing back the characters. They bringing back Tay Diggs and the bald-headed guy. I forgot his name.
Richard T.
Richard
Fields.
T.
He's coming
Jones.
back. Yeah, he's coming back.
Yeah, he's
I don't
funny.
know. I don't know about Omar Epps.
Oh wow.
He's too busy with fucking
Yeah, he's doing Power.
power.
What?
Yeah.
I've always felt Richard T. Jones was funniest when he was on Why Did I Get Married and shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was a a-hole in that movie.
He was a
Favorite
funny
Ice T movie. New Jack City. Great.
nigga. Yeah.
He was great in that. Do you think Usher's a good actor? I thought he was good in was it Hands of
Light It
Stone?
Up.
He played what did he play? He played Sugar Ray Leonard in Hands of Stone. Sugar Ray against
I never
Roberto.
watched that.
Yeah, that was a good boxing film. Like the
Mm,
rivalry with Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran. He was good in that film.
mm. What about Light It Up?
Light It Up, he was good. I liked him in The Faculty, even though he had like a small part in The Faculty. But that was a good film.
He was also in She's All That.
Right.
I remember that movie too.
Yeah.
Cham, you want us to review everything. Review the Temptation series, review Carlito's Way. What are we now? Siskel and Ebert?
Have you reviewed the Jacksons and American Dream?
No.
Man, that's gonna take me 5 hours
That's
to
gonna take
talk about.
forever to do that.
Oh God, yeah. I forgot how long that is.
It's the best life. It's the best life. First of all, the dialogue in that whole fucking movie was dramatic as fuck. They were trying to make it out to seem like it was some epic, like y'all know y'all wasn't saying shit. Y'all trying to make it out to seem like all Shakespearean.
Right.
Yeah, but you
I'm
know
gonna
they
marry
made it a certain
Dee.
way for TV. You know
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
She doesn't love nobody but me. Oh my god, man. But they did it. The Angela Bassett, Lawrence Hilton, Jacob, they all did their thing.
Yeah, they all did. They killed it.
Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody seen you, Otis. Yeah, The line everybody remembers.
The
Shit.
View, Nina Simone,
Yeah,
Pastel.
Leon came up with that line because it wasn't in the script.
Right.
Yeah,
I still gotta hear that Pastel Blues album. So.
Do you like Black Eyed Peas? Yeah, I fuck with them. They
They're
dope.
the quiet taste.
I like them better with Fergie in it though. They're not the same anymore.
mm.
Wait, Fergie left the group?
Yeah,
yeah. I remember trying mentioning that
yeah,
before.
she been
Wow.
like she left. She wanted to become a mother. That's why she went. She went to like have some kids.
Oh.
But they
Damn,
already
it's
replaced her with like a new chick, like some black chick they replaced her with.
Hmm.
interesting.
Yeah,
Man, please don't go. Oh, damn, that's a tough one.
it is.
Both of those are trash. Damn.
What? Terminator?
No, I meant Tank's Please Don't Go or Usher's Moving Mountains.
Oh, I love moving mountains, so I don't care for Tank.
He asked me which one do I
I
hate
love
the
both
most.
those songs. I can't pick.
I guess Tank, because every time I hear his voice, it always reminds me of death.
It does.
Oh, wow.
I don't hear that when I hear Tank.
Mm,
I,
me
I
neither.
think of cats dying, like.
Oh Lord. Wow.
I'm like, is this boy okay? Like, he's in a fucking thing, like,
Oh man.
like, oh Jesus Christ! Like, I was like, is he okay? And like, who's his manager?
Wow.
Like,
Terminator 1 or Terminator 2? Terminator 2. Cause that's the only one I went to see in the theaters. That was a great blockbuster film when that came out. But T1 is great too.
hey guys, remember this?
Hmm?
I'll make the.
Boyz II Men
yeah, I'll admit he was too dramatic when
or Tank?
that
I don't know that
song
one.
was.
I thought you were singing Boyz II Men just now.
Yeah, he
I'll
was.
make
Oh, you
love to
was?
you out when he's like,
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll
I'm about to say I don't know that
make
Tank
love.
song.
I'm like, damn, if you really want to make love that bad, you should just watch a porno and shit. Did you hear the Breakfast Club left
Yeah.
result? Oh wow.
Does he have a classic album? Tank?
I never like his music. So I don't want to be biased.
I don't know his
Hmm.
stuff like that. I only know some songs of his because they played on the radio sometimes. I know Please Don't Go.
Right.
Maybe I Deserve. And a few others I can't think of. Those are the only two that popped up in my head.
I don't know.
Tank
whose
messed up
words
Patty's
Tank
song.
go apart.
I like
Wait,
Avant.
what?
Avant is better.
He's like R. Kelly Jr. in my opinion.
No, he's not. And
Who?
and remember he mentioned that on the Unsung. He's not R. Kelly. They're
Wait,
just on the
who
same
did?
team. Avant?
Avant said that?
Yeah, on the Unsung he said that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say that's
He always got compared to R. Kelly.
no.
Like, I'm
Nah,
sorry,
he's a
but 4
good singer.
minutes kind of sound like I wish to me.
He's a good singer. Especially the stuff he did with Kiki Wyatt. He should have did a whole album with.
You should just stuck with Kiki Wyatt, man. That's the only time I like them because
Right.
Kiki's
They,
one of
they
the
always
best.
do
Man.
great stuff together.
Yeah. Tank was too busy getting his ass licked, so you don't have a classic.
God.
You don't have a classic.
Ah. No, did y'all see what Kid Cudi was wearing?
Oh
He wore that,
God,
like,
my man had a wedding dress on.
No, I did not see.
Yeah, he had a wedding dress on at was it the Country Music Awards?
yes,
Hey, I like
Why?
Cudi's music.
Yeah, but he doesn't like when people mess around with his
I have not
masculinity.
watched any award shows, and I
Yeah,
don't know
same.
when. I stopped watching them a long time
It's
ago.
been a long time.
Hmm.
Even Trey Songz said he's better than R. Kelly.
He
Trey
was
needs to
he
sit
was
his ass
he
down.
was he was dressed up
Okay,
like he
who
was
said that?
going down the altar. I'm like, what's the wedding at?
But these are the black men that are threatened by their masculinity, though. But okay, all
Right.
right,
Mm.
all right. but you want to wear a dress, but you want to get mad. Okay, all right. I'm just
I,
tired of that.
I hope he ain't on drugs again. I'm
Right.
saying, oh man, he had mascara on and that and everything.
Mm.
Yo, I
Trey
saw this
Songz.
picture on social media. You know the dude that played Professor Ogilvy?
Mm-hmm.
This nigga, it was like a vintage picture. He was trying to be all sexy and shit, and he had on these like slave boots or whatever. And why everyone clouded his boots like this nigga? If this nigga don't go somewhere with them holes boots on.
Oh man,
Hold on, let me. Yo,
no,
they were getting at this nigga like,
nah. Trey Songz not better than R. Kelly. Not even on his worst day.
Trey Songs.
Favorite Nate Dogg collab. Ain't no fun.
I was gonna say that too. Wow, y'all funny as fuck. Let me switch this. BP album Master with some Volume 1 after Fergie left was dope.
That was decent. It was. I don't feel like they promoted it enough though, but that was decent. But they'll never get back to where they was without Fergie to me.
No.
Like they doing like reggaeton shit now.
Ew.
You know, stuff with J Balvin and
Ew.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah, the Latin artists.
Bad Bunny. Interesting. Do you remember R. Kelly's song Real Talk song? It was so funny. Nah, I don't remember that song.
Is that the song where it was like a long ass song and he's basically admitting to what he did?
No, that was called I Admit.
Oh, what's Real Talk?
And
I don't know that one.
it must have been when I was just kind of tired of R. Kelly after the Double Love album.
Right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Not tired, but he didn't come back to like Love Letter to me.
Right. Um. State Property or Juice Crew? Juice Crew.
Juice Crew all day. I missed a few more people. Who said Heavy D and the Boys, Somebody for Me, or We Got Our Own Thing? Oh, Somebody
We
for
got
Me
our
all
own
day.
thing.
Yes. Somebody for me. I love that. I'll be sure. That was dope.
So they're making a paid in full too.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
With who?
They're trying to make a paid in full too, I think.
Didn't what happens? No. Makai Pfeiffer died. Who else is dead in that? I thought
No,
Cameron
Makai
died in
Pfeiffer's
that too.
still alive.
Oh, he was alive in that? I thought he got killed in that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, his character got killed. Yep.
Yeah. What about Cam? I thought Cam died in that one too.
I think they're trying to do it based on Alpha's death. I don't know.
Oh. Wow. That's crazy. Dame
Why do you
Dash
say
is
he
doing
said
it?
that? Huh?
Dame Dash is doing it?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. Like you could
Ronnie
get
said
Jay
he
to
sent
do
out
the
like a
soundtrack.
real talk song to you.
Alright, I'm gonna check it out. If he could get Jay Z to do the soundtrack, that would be huge.
Yeah, I'm gonna end this off for the night because I'm trying to do some work on my thesis before I go to bed. But this has been a fun review. Us just Here I Stand. We
Mediocre.
actually
Mediocre
so
at best. It's mediocre at best.
I feel like it's solid compared to what's coming next and shit.
Oh Lord. Raymond versus
Yeah.
Raymond, that was better to me.
Raymond
We'll
versus
talk
Raymond
about
was
Raymond
good.
versus
Yeah, that was a good album.
Yeah, that
We'll
was a
talk
good
about that.
album.
Of course, Reg don't like it.
I
Yeah.
never said I did not like it. It actually grew on me a little
It grew
bit,
on you.
but there's
Mm.
still some trash.
Eh,
Mm. Wow.
Like I'm actually kind of tired of "There Goes My Baby." I'm tired of that song too.
I
Yeah, I
love
was
that
tired of this.
song, man.
It sounds like "Moving Mountains" Part Two.
No,
Like
it does not.
No, it don't.
What?
No, it don't.
Wow.
"There Goes My
Wow.
Baby."
That was more lighthearted than Moving Mountains.
Yeah.
And when he does that vocal like that, kind of falsetto, kind of I'm just like, please, please.
Wow.
Like I like loving the club over "There Goes My
Wow.
Baby" and shit.
Okay.
Mm.
That's my the remix and the original.
Mm.
But anyway, um, Sunday is going to be on George Benson's Reason album, going back to the jazz of things and shit. Tuesday is going to be the Silk Sonic review, which I don't want nobody to ask me what I thought about the album, so wait till Tuesday.
Right.
Thursday, we about to get crunk with fucking Lil Jon and the East Side Boys.
Yeah.
Ski, 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 ski.
Mm.
Just let y'all know, we're not
Okay.
gonna expect no lyrics, no high class lyrics. So it's just gonna be some crunk ass shit,
Right.
chants like.
Right.
And then next Sunday after George Benson is the trash review on Ice Cube's War and Peace, aka The
Wow.
Adventures of Nega.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So it's gonna be an interesting week. I might actually listen to that Silk Sonic album again, though. Fuck
Yeah.
it. But thank y'all so much, Tribe. Thank y'all so much,
Alright.
Ash.
No
Hope
doubt.
y'all all have a good weekend, and I'll see y'all Sunday.
Peace.
Peace.
It's